Good morning guys. You can see about 3 places where one could bug out fairly peacefully. I like this wood because it's not highly subscribed. Nobody comes here. There's very little trace of pheasant shooting having been done this year, although I think it has been because there are feeders further back there. Not one single pheasant to be seen, of course, so it feels abandoned actually, and that's what I like about abandoned woodland. You kind of get it to yourself, and that's partly why I wanted to come out today, was to chat to you about finding these abandoned places, whether they're old ruined mansions or derelict cottages on a moor or a dense forest where hardly anybody manages to get into. It's yours for the taking, it's yours for the enjoying for half a day or a few days. And I was wondering whether I should explain myself being totally silent, even with a dog. The dogs don't talk much. When they're hunting, they yelp, but they get excited because they want you to chase with them. That's understandable, but generally if you keep them close to hand and there's no big scenting going on, you get a lot of peace and quiet with your dog. But to cut a long story short, where does this obsession come from of blending in and being invisible? I think I've said once before that as a boy I grew up in the Roxburghshire area, and certainly the Cheviots on the border. And as a boy I used to get the bus out on a Saturday morning and walk all day on the hills, sometimes with a dog. And I remember being very much high up on a moor about a couple of thousand feet once. It must have been about 13 to 15 when I was allowed to get onto buses and wander. Anyway, getting to the point. And in the far distance was a shepherd who spent all his days, in those days shepherds walked everywhere, walking with his shepherd's crook and his collies. And he saw me about a mile off and he made the effort to come along the fence and have a chat. Isn't that amazing? Probably seldom saw anybody high up in the moors, which were his place of work, which were his place of solitude. I remember that sweet joy of being at one with everything. You know, that sort of Zen, sort of non-dual, dualistic experience of everything being incorporated in a kind of nice completeness. Contemplative people understand that terminology. It's about chilling out and being at one with nature. We all can do it, and we all do it without realizing it, I suppose. In science, everything has a connectivity about it, and so I think also in a belief, whatever your belief might be, there is a connectivity and a quality about it. Assessing of that oneness is possible for us as human beings. We're all from the same place, and we all end up in the same place. A beautiful day to be out, at one with nature and at one with my dog. So yeah, there's something nice about being away from the normal responsibilities that we all have in life at varying levels and degree, and just chilling out. So that's my story for today, a chat in the woods over noodles. Well, that was a truly amazing lunch today. Well, there's quite a bit of silver birch here, which is brilliant, and quite high resin, so plenty of tinder and lots of dry tinder lying around, and I think that would burn as well. Very dry. So for the next film, I think once we're allowed to officially come out and camp, I'll probably try out the fire twig box. I get on with that as well. It's all just for fun. So until next time, do try and get out to the forest yourself for your mental health and well-being. Take care and cheery Mac Bryn.